Polls have two purposes. A lot of people think they have one purpose. The common conception, or the common idea rather, is that polls are meant to tell you where everybody is. Yeah, that's one thing. The other thing is polls can be used to manipulate people to think that basically everything you believe is not the common consensus, and then you will start to adjust your behavior. They're used as manipulation tools a whole lot of the time. That's why fake polls and fake news polls exist. It's because they tell you something that's completely fictitious based on very faulty work just in order to get you to maneuver somewhere they want you to maneuver. Okay? It's not just telling you what people think, it's also trying to manipulate you and move you. That a lot of people don't tell you that. I'll tell you that flat out. That's why you see so many manipulations. And that's also what one of the pieces we're about to walk through right here. Because I'm not going to bury it on you. Let's go and I'll talk to you on the other side. Sorry, I'm verbose, I know.
NBC News chief data analyst Steve Kornacki joins me now from the big board. And Steve, take us through this poll and how is it concerning? In what ways do you see this being a factor ahead of next year's midterm elections?
Yeah, Kelly, ahead of next year's midterms and certainly in the wake of those humbling elections in November, the off-year elections for Republicans in Virginia and New Jersey, we see Trump's approval rating in this poll at 42%. Now, back in the spring, start of his second term, this same poll took a look. Trump was at 45% then. So it's not a huge drop, but it is a downward tick for him. His approval rating, of course, both terms as president has kind of existed in a pretty narrow range. This is getting towards the lower part of that range right there, certainly consistent with those kinds of results we saw for Republicans for Trump's party in New Jersey and Virginia. And then there's that question about cracks in his own base potentially. So taking a look.
All right, this is the important part, and I let him run to this because this is what I wanted to show you along with a little bit afterwards. Trump is not failing beyond his normal approval ratings. He is right in line with what he's normally been, but they're not going to tell you that. They're going to tell you that he's the worst president that's ever existed and everyone hates him and everyone needs to go eat dirt. It's all manipulation because even Steve Kornacki just said it's not damning, it's a tick down. Okay, y'all, I'm telling you, it deviates very small numbers. You're within the realm and normalcy for Donald Trump presidencies and polling approval. This is not outside the norm, okay?